3 Newport at 559, Campbell Station 603, Tuckerman at 607, Grubbs, Swifton, Alicia, and Hopewell. If you hear your town name there, get in a sturdy structure, lowest floor, away from windows, cover up with blankets, pillows, perhaps even wear a helmet to protect yourself from flying debris. Again, those are the 2 tornado warnings we're tracking right now. I believe we're going to toss things over now to Todd Jacobian, who is on standby right now. You have more information over there, Todd?
Yes, I do. I have Zach Hardcastle live right now. Let's take that full screen. If that is Zach's stream, where are you, Zach? What do you see?
I am just east of Cotton Plant, and there is a very large, it's a very broad rotation, but it is definitely a very large wall cloud sitting right in front of me. Okay. There's a ton of lightning getting kicked out of this thing too.
Okay, so you're looking live right now. It's not tornado warned, but there's the potential here that a tornado warning will be issued. We have Zach Hardcastle that is live on that. Thank you, Zach. We'll be back in touch with you in just a little bit.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right, so we're going to continue to put that in the box. We have those 2 tornado warnings. That's up towards Cotton Plant, as we thought this was the time when things would start moving. And I want everybody in Cotton Plant to take your tornado precautions. There is a wall cloud with that. Tornado warning. Joel, why don't you concentrate on that Diaz storm, and I'm going to concentrate on that Arkansas County storm and show you where that rotation is. This is very significant rotation crossing over Highway 165, moving towards the northeast. So Elmira, take your tornado precautions. This again is velocity at 548. We're live covering this, the Arkansas Storm Team, Fox 16 and KARK. We interrupt programming on both channels to give you team coverage of this, and we have our chasers that are out there, including Zach Hardcastle, Jesse Hayes, and Scott Hollinger watching this, and this may produce a tornado, and you're going to see it live if it does. I hope it doesn't. But this one could be producing a tornado. Let's look at the debris signature. I don't see anything on debris signature that would indicate that we have something on the ground. And no new information from the National Weather Service, but this is moving very quickly, crossing over Highway 65. Let's get in close to look at where this is, near Highway 11 and we're 165, so South Yoder Road. So there's South Yoder Road. That's where it's over right now. There's Lodges Corner Road going over 276. It's just past Brewer Road and is moving across 165 right now in Arkansas County. No confirmed tornado out of this right now, but we need to act as if there is a tornado and take your tornado precautions. And I'm going to send it back over here to Joel, but keep an eye on this. There looks like there's an appendage or something there, and it doesn't have a tornado warning on it, but it's out there near Cotton Plant, which in East Ark, just a little bit towards the north. But Joel, that does not look good, what Zach has right now.
Yeah, we have a number of these storms that are showing similar signatures out there, so we're going to be covering several storms all at once, but I want to go back to this storm that's approaching Diaz and Newport right now. The rotation may have weakened a little bit. It's not looking as tight as it once was back when it was near Denmark and Midway, but this is still a strong storm there, capable of producing a tornado. Right now, it looks like that rotation would be south and east or just south of Oil Trough, kind of moving back toward the north and east toward Elmo. You can see right there around Theta or Thida, Elmo, Paraquet, there Jacksonport also in the line of that storm. So Roy Lane, County Road 14, getting up here toward Jacksonport. You need to be in the lowest floor away from windows. I'll get another storm track on this, and I want to make sure that we're covering other storms as well. This storm does not look like it's as tight as it once was, but Newport, Campbell Station, Tuckerman, Grubbs, Swifton, Cache, Minturn, and Gilkerson, you need to be in your safe place now. Again, lowest floor, away from windows. You want to cover up with blankets, pillows, and maybe wear a helmet to protect yourself from flying debris. I know this area is no stranger to tornadoes. You had one just a couple of weeks ago. This is kind of following the same track. Now, we don't know that it's on the ground. We do not have confirmation of that right now, but let's look at the debris mode here just to make sure. It looks like I don't see any debris on that, so that's good news. That's encouraging, but I do want to go south and look. Once again, you still see that storm there wrapped up near Lodge Corner. That is the strongest rotation I see at the moment right now. Todd, do we need to look at, are there any others that jump at you at the moment? Several. Okay, let's go south of Searcy here. This is right here near Griffithville, south and west of Griffithville. You can see there's some rotation. It's maybe not as tight as the one down near Lodge Corner right now, but you can see that's also moving toward the north and east. So real quickly, I want to get
understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Again, one storm that looks to be the strongest storm at the moment. I want to go back. Let's look at the Diaz storm that may be trying to strengthen. It's really tough to tell with it being so far from the radar site, but you can certainly see it's wrapped up there, and it might be competing with other storms for the fuel necessary for it to rotate. But we're watching it. Again, there are several rotating thunderstorms out there right now. And this one there in Arkansas County appears to be our strongest. I want to look at debris mode and see if we have anything on the ground there. At the moment, I can't say that we do, Todd, but that is certainly some strong rotation there. Just crossed over Highway 165 just to the east of that right turn there at Lodge Corner. That's going to be moving up toward Elmira and Highway 33, where 33 and 130 intersect, Todd.
Now I've been we have Zach Hardcastle, and we also have Scott Hollinger, who's intercepting this storm right now. So we're going to have live video of that in just a little bit, and we'll see if it's producing a tornado live in just a little bit. Christopher, tell me when we have his live feed here. Is that it?
That's it. Yep,
okay,
right
so
there.
if we could take this is what we're looking at coming up on Elmira, and that's Scott Hollinger's feed. He says he's on it. And I'm looking at this with my glasses. It's very pixelated. Cell coverage is a little difficult out there, but that is Scott Hollinger. Do we have him on the phone? Just yell at me in my ear, but I don't see anything right now in that stream. So let's go back to the radar. Let me know if there is anything. Let's go back to the radar. This too is a lowering near Cotton Plant, but of imminent concern now, moving up towards Elmira and 165. That right now is tornado warned. New tornado warning has just been issued, and that tornado warning, try to scroll up here towards the north, is for this storm here coming up on Cotton Plant. Let's go live now. The Cotton Plant, let's take that feed live. This is a tornado warning for the Cotton Plant area, and you're looking at it live with Zach Hardcastle. Again, there's a tornado warning. This is in effect for a little while coming up across Highway 49. Joel, do you have an issuance time on this one? When does it expire?
Which one are we talking about? The one there in Woodruff County? Let's get that popped up there. That is a tornado warning that goes until 6:30 now. So that's the third tornado warning we have there for Woodruff County.
So there you go. You said 6:45?
Until 6:45. Let me double check on that, but I'm pretty sure 6:45.
I would say that that's a
6:30,
horizontal vortex, but I don't see anything on the ground. Okay, there it is. There's the lowering right there. There's the wall cloud. No tornado on the ground yet, but it's maybe trying to put one down. So you're looking here near Cotton Plant. And again, we want to continue to warn everybody in Elmira and Scott County, but you're looking at the very beginning signs of a potential tornado. And if we can get Zach on the phone, who do we have now? Who's on the phone right now?
Hey, this is Scott, Todd.
That's Scott?
Yes, this is Scott.
Okay, you're on the storm in Arkansas County. We're watching the one in Cotton Plant, possibly putting down a tornado. Tell me what you see right now in Arkansas County.
Todd, I don't have a view yet. I will in about 5 minutes. I just looked at radar. Somebody has reported hang on here. They just reported a tornado on the ground to the north, to the west of the WIT, headed toward the town of A-L-M-Y-R-A, Almer, whatever that is.
Elmira.
So we're just about to intercept it in about 5 to 10 more minutes, Todd.
Okay. Just go ahead and we'll watch that stream too. So we've got that one covered, and we need to take this full. This one has got the potential to put down a tornado too, as we watch Scott's stream. Scott, get back in touch with us when you are on that in just a few minutes. But this is Zach Hardcastle now. Let's see if we can get Zach on the phone. But there's the lowering. That's the wall cloud. And sometimes it's very difficult to see, but it could be on the ground and we don't know it yet. The condensation funnel has not formed all the way, and it's in contact with the ground, and there could be some debris with that. But you can't tell off in the distance. Let me stand over here because it's kind of hard to see. But that's the potential tornado for Woodruff County, for Arkansas County, as well as Jackson County. And we need to keep this up. Let's try to get Zach. Just keep this up. And I want Joel, if you can, go over the one in Jackson County while we watch this.
Let's look at that. That rotation may have strengthened a little bit. Keep in mind we're looking pretty far from the radar site, but that rotation right now could be just to the southeast, of Newark. So that's moving to the north and east about 60 miles per hour. That will be taking a similar track to the storm that came through there in Diaz back on March the 14th. Let's come back to Max 2 real quickly. I want to do a storm track on this storm that's now approaching Diaz. So again, we can get this video up here in the top left there in just a moment. I know that we're looking at an active storm. I believe that storm, Todd, remind me where we're looking right now in that video.
That's Zach Hardcastle. We have him on the phone. So if you want to talk to Zach, he's near Cotton Plant and he should be on the phone.
Okay. There. Zach, what are you seeing there right now, Zach?
Right now, if you look at the stream, we are looking right up into the wall cloud or where the bowl funnel would be. If there was a tornado, it would be, right in front of me.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Okay. Coming back, I want to show you exactly what storm he's talking about, and we have a new tornado warning. We're going to be bouncing around from one storm to the other. Please forgive us if we're not. If you are under a tornado warning, take it seriously. Lowest floor, away from windows. You want to put as many rooms between you and the outside of your home there. You want to be in a room that's surrounded by other rooms. But that rotation that Zach was on, there's Cotton Plant. That's moving up through Woodruff County. I want to get a storm track on this. All of these are moving at about 60 miles per hour. That's a strong hook. It's moving toward the north and east. Hunter, Hilliman, Barson, Penrose, Fair Oaks, Ellis Chapel, Langille, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but when they're all within the next few minutes, we need to be in your lowest floor, away from windows. Tornado safe place now there in southeastern Woodruff County. This is a brand new tornado warning that's been issued right now for southeastern Prairie County and northern Monroe County. That storm there appears to be crossing over Highway 33 here shortly there south of Duval's Bluff, and you can see it has a very pronounced hook as well. So let's look at velocity really quickly. That's some strong rotation as well. We're going to put it moving north and east. Brassfield at 609, Keyville at 612, Bayless 614, Brinkley at 618. Lowest floor, away from windows. If that room is a bathroom that you normally go to and it has windows, it's not safe. You need to be in a room like a hallway or a closet that is surrounded by other rooms. Todd, do we have any new information?
We have, it's unconfirmed of a report of a tornado, reporting a tornado near near DeWitt. So not this storm. Let's go back to the radar on Max 1, and we're going to go, and I got Zach Hardcastle on the phone just to put you on pause for just a little bit. But we're being told that this is on the ground now, and there is a debris signature. There's the debris signature on the ground confirmed just south of Elmira going up towards the northeast. Jesse Hayes is on this as well as Scott Hollinger. So Scott's feed is frozen, but we're working to get this tornado live for you with Jesse and with them right now and Scott. So just let me know when we have those chasers there. But in Elmira, this is going to be affecting Rhonda Lane, Hasty Loop. This is going to affect Moss Road, North Keaton Flats, Rising Sun Road. There's a confirmed tornado according to radar. I see a debris signature according to radar. I'm not sure what the National Weather Service is calling this, if they've called it a confirmed. If you could look at that for me just a little bit. But Zach, you're on the phone here. Just yell at me if you see a tornado where you are in Woodruff County. Are you there, Zach?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, just.
I'm on a dirt road.
Okay, do you see a tornado there yet?
So many
No, there's no tornado. There is still rapid rotation.
Okay, thank you. So stay on the phone. Elmira, we're working to get that feed. This is Scott Hollinger now, but I want you to take your tornado precautions. This is going to be crossing over 153 very shortly, and that right there is Highway 153 and 146. Let's get in a little bit closer to where this is going to be dropping and keep that potential. That's not a potential tornado. As far as I'm concerned, it's right over Elmira. Say a prayer, folks, because this could be quite a large tornado moving up towards 130 in Arkansas County. there's going to be quite a bit of damage, I'm afraid, out of that. And there is with the debris signature on the radar. So everybody north of that, along Highway 33, take your tornado precautions immediately. What do we have? I need to go over to Christopher Pipkin. What do you have, Christopher?
Hey Todd, I want to show you on Radar Analyst here. This is going into the Hunter, just north of the Hunter area in the Penrose area. Gotcha. And then this is just a heads up, this is in Woodruff County. A very strong rotation signature there coming in as well into Penrose. And this is the storm that Zach Hardcastle is on. I wanted to show the rotation on this. This is the NROT values that we're looking at here. And then there's the Elmira rotation as well, which we got Scott Hollinger on that storm. So two really strong rotation signatures, Todd, that we're watching very closely. And we've also got Jesse Hayes' feed up on the bottom there. That is what you're seeing there, right there in the bottom. And then towards the middle, we've got Zach Hardcastle, who is on that northern storm. And then we've got Scott Hollinger, who is on that southern storm just north of DeWitt. And his feed is up there on the top box. So watching those streams really closely as well. And we see those rotations very strongly. Here's a new update.
Yeah, let's go into that and let's do a little radar analysis here. There's the rotation near, let's see, that's near Hillman. That's the tornado there, and we're getting reports that this is confirmed south of us now in Elmira. But you see, I don't see a debris signature with that, do you?
Maybe just a bit of a drop out there. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. Who do we have on the phone right now? Is that Scott?
I hope they're looking at it. Wow,
Scott?
look at that. I don't think, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead, Scott. You're on the air.
Todd, can you see our stream?
No, it's frozen right now.
It's what?
It's frozen right now.
The stream is frozen?
Yeah, let's take it full screen if we can, guys. I think it's going now.
Todd, I'm looking at two wall clouds. We got a funnel that keeps touching, going up and down. Just to the north of Almeria.
Okay.
I'm gonna text you a picture. Hang on.
All right, yeah, send that to Christopher as well. So there, now we have the feed. Now we got it here. So you're looking live. It looks like I can see it off in the distance. Where exactly are you? Are you north of Elmira now?
Can you still hear me, Todd?
Yeah, I still got you. I know the cell coverage is not easy down there, but it's very difficult. Do you see it in contact with the ground?
We did at one point, Todd. There's two wall clouds side by side. They're both rotating. One of them on the west side make quick contact with the ground.
Okay.
And it is very low to the ground now. It's hard to tell. It's coming right to us. Dead at us. So I'm trying to send you a picture of it now.
All right, be careful. Let's go ahead and send it over to meteorologist Joel Young, tracking other storms. Let's put him up there and keep those boxes up there. Again, that's Scott. That's over there near Cotton Plant, and that's Jesse Hayes going into Arkansas County. Go ahead, Joel.
The storm that's actually behind the tornado warning storm that we talked about has a tornado on the ground just northeast of Elmira, but there's another one that is back to the south and west. We don't know that there's a tornado on the ground with this one, but it's going to be following the same path. So if you're just getting out of your tornado safe place from that storm that just moved through Elmira, stay in your safe place because there is another one that could be rolling right up onto the Lodge Corner area there to the west of DeWitt. So there are two tornado warned storms now in Arkansas County that we're going to have to watch closely. Another mention with this storm that's coming out of Elmira. Again, as of right now, we believe there's a tornado on the ground with that. If you have any family or friends that are driving along Highway 49 in Monroe County and plan to be driving through the Holly Grove area or anywhere southeast of that four-way stop there at 79 and 49, I would say stay off that road because if there's a tornado warning, if there is a tornado with that, and most likely it is, we're treating it as such, that would cross over Highway 49 most likely to the southeast of that four-way stop, places like Holly Grove in the path of that storm. The other storm here, another tornado warned storm near Bisco. That's moving toward the north and east toward Brinkley. If you live in Brinkley, you need to be in your tornado safe place. That rotation there near Devall's Bluff. That's tracking toward the north and east and will cross over Highway 70 there near the Prairie Monroe County line and take it up close to the Brinkley area. Continuing our review of all the tornado warnings that are in place right now, This storm that we've been tracking out of the cotton plant area, that's tracking toward the north and east. It's moving across Highway 49 just south of Fair Oaks. That's going to be working its way into Cross County here very shortly and has quite the hook on that as well, and very strong rotation with it. Another tornado warning that we're tracking right now, eastern White County, northern Woodruff County, and southern Jackson County. That's going to be moving toward the Augusta area. Places like Tupelo, Arkansas, Fitzhugh, an area that was hard hit back on March 14th. Once again, taking you up into northern Jackson County, another storm that we've been tracking, the first of those tornado warnings that came out while we were on Fox 16 News at 5:30 earlier. That rotation has weakened a little bit. It's a little farther north, and it's being blocked by some of those storms farther south, and so it doesn't have quite the signature on it. So that's good news for those who were hit hard back on March 14th. But stay in your safe place if you live in Tuckerman and Swifton, because that rotation is still there and could still be capable of producing a tornado. There are others out into Poinsett County, another one out to the west of Harrisburg near Fisher, moving toward the north and east. So Todd, again, there are several tornado warnings out there. Please understand that we are jumping from one warning to another, and it may feel like we're not giving you the attention maybe you feel like you deserve, and all of you deserve all the attention with these. Please understand, if you're under a warning, treat it seriously. Lowest floor, away from windows. Todd, what do you got?
Elmira tornado, this is it, confirmed. I got a picture of that, or video of that. This is from Christy Eustace. So I want to show you this, to take this so seriously, because that, of course, was on the ground. Lodge's Corner, confirmed tornado there, and we're working to get these live for you as well. But confirmed tornadoes now there in Arkansas County. Stay sheltered, all right? So there you see that in touch with the ground, and we have, again, multiple reports of these tornadoes on the ground. So this is right in that high-risk area, and that's the tornado warned storm. I'm going to switch over to velocities. That's going to tell us the whole story. So this one is coming up on DeWitt, right there. That's a rotational area going over 276 right up towards DeWitt. I'm going to go up this line because, like Joel said, when you're in a situation like this, it's hard to keep up with all these tornadoes. So here's another area of rotation. There's Duncan that's going up towards Monroe County, crossing over 153. I would go ahead and treat that as a confirmed tornado. Let's see if there's a debris signature with that. And there is something suspicious right there that might be a debris signature just to the southwest of Duncan, and that's moving towards the northeast. Let's get a little bit better perspective as to where we're looking. So there's Clarendon, due south of Clarendon. This is moving northeast. I think that that may be a tornado and kicking up some debris. So let's look at this again. Yeah, that is on the ground. Big funnel, Zach Hardcastle is saying right now. So if we have Zach, let me know. He's saying there's a big funnel. Be careful. Everybody just watch that feed, and if that thing touches down. But where is he, Christopher? That Zach Hardcastle?
Yeah, he is right there just to the west or east of Augusta near McQuarrie.
Okay, that's the next storm I'm going to go up to then, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Let's go up to Augusta. McQuarrie, you said?
Yes, yeah, McQuarrie. He is right there to the east of McQuarrie, over there towards going towards Fair Oaks on that storm.
East of Bald Knob, west of Augusta. So there's a funnel cloud with that off in the distance, and that's what you're looking at live right there in that middle box. So that's a potential tornado developing right in here, possibly on the ground, just to the southeast of Bald Knob. So that is going to miss you just to the east as it goes over Highway 64. Tupelo, I want you to take your tornado precautions immediately. I think McQuarrie, it's going to miss you just off towards the northwest. But Zach says, according to what he's seeing, that is a funnel cloud and maybe on the ground. We don't know yet. There's also another tornado warning, and this is moving towards Wynn. So this is rotation right here. That's a potential tornado heading towards Wynn. Let's look at the debris signature with that. And I don't see anything conclusive with that, but there could be a tornado, and I want everybody in Cross County, and if you know anybody there, take your tornado precautions immediately. All right. These are two supercell thunderstorms producing tornadoes moving up towards Holly Grove, also south of 165. Just yell at me if we get Jesse or Scott or anybody that can tell us what's going on the ground. There appears to be a couple of debris signatures. This one, Joel, correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks to me like an honest-to-goodness debris signature right there coming up on Holly Grove.
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
I
and that's
think-
why I said along Highway 49, if you know anyone who is driving on Highway 49, if they're going west from around Marvel heading back toward Brinkley or Brinkley headed south, that's a tornado that's likely on the ground moving toward Holly Grove and could maybe stay just southeast of the four-way stop there north of Holly Grove, or it may actually pass right over that and kind of move up Highway 79. But if you are in Monroe County, take that storm seriously. And by the way, back here west of DeWitt along Highway 165, we still need you in your safe place. Lowest floor, away from windows. It's taking a similar path to the one that just went through Elmira as well. So again, I just want to make sure that we are touching on that really closely. That may just miss DeWitt, just to the west. If you know, my cousin Sonny lives on Highway 165, about halfway between DeWitt and over toward Lodge Corner. It's going to be in that same area. So if you're watching me there, make sure you're in your safe place there, Sonny, and anyone there who knows her around Berks, that area, and moving up toward the northeast toward DeWitt and that one there. Let's look at debris signature. I don't see any debris at the moment, but again, it could touch down. We need to treat all of these tornado warnings very seriously. Also, that storm there, again, tornado confirmed on the ground. They're coming out of Elmira, crossing out of Arkansas County, now getting into Monroe County there. You can see that, and yes, debris definitely being spotted right there south and west of Holly Grove. So Holly Grove, we want you in your safe place, lowest floor, away from windows. Taking you farther north, Brinkley, we want you in your safe place as well. There's another storm there that's wrapped up, perhaps not quite as strong a rotation, but we need to treat that seriously there along Highway 70 just to the east of the Monroe-Prairie County line. I don't see evidence of a debris signature there, but still something we're watching very closely along with several storms to the north. Todd, do you have anything new?
Yeah, so Zach Hardcastle says he sees a funnel. I'm not sure who we have on the phone right now. Is that Scott?
No, it's Zach.
Zach, what do you see? We got your live feed. Let's take this full. He says he sees a funnel. This is where he's located. What do you have, Zach?
About a mile and a half back, I did see a very large funnel reaching halfway down to the ground. It is since it's got rain wrapped now. It's completely wrapped in rain from my vantage point.
Are you on 64?
I'm on 49.
Okay. You're on Highway 49.
Yes, I'm heading north.
Okay. Okay. Let's stay on the phone, and Christopher, let's use the storm analyst to look at his location.
And Todd,
Go ahead and put that. All right. So there's Zach. So he saw that's his location, and so he sees it over here. Go ahead, Christopher.
And yeah, just making sure that his location is updated. I think he's a little bit further along on 64, more towards the east. His location hasn't updated just yet. But.
All right, take your tornado precautions here. There's Vandale and up towards Wynn. Now let's go on with storm analysts. Let's go down a little bit further towards the south and check out these two circulations as well. One near Brinkley. That one right there does not look as strong, and I didn't see a debris signature with that, but tornado warning, Brinkley, stay sheltered with that one. Confirmed tornado, that's why you see this purple polygon, and that's Scott right down there. I'm not sure if we have him, but let's zoom in on that coming up on Holly Grove, and there's Jesse, and I'm sure if we can get him, but there's he's right on that. Let's see if we can get Scott's live stream up. But that right there is going up towards Holly Grove, and I've seen a debris signature with that. Let's look at debris detector on that, the CCs, Christopher, on near Casco, and see if that we have, yeah, there's still debris, so this is still most likely on the ground and heading up towards Holly Grove. Again, this is a radar confirmed tornado, is the best I can tell, potentially confirmed by spotters on the ground. The storm did produce tornadoes not too long ago. So Jesse says his feed is up too. Go ahead. Let's go back over to the Max radar, and I've got that on my computer, so just stick with that. And go back into this these storms producing known tornadoes. This one is going to miss DeWitt, just to the west of DeWitt. So this is a tornado at 163 crossing over, and there's Scott's feed, and I think he's close to that area. I forgot where he exactly is, up in the upper left. And then the debris detector. There doesn't seem to be anything right now conclusive, but there still may be a tornado on the ground. I don't see any conclusive as far as a tornado with that, and that's moving and will affect areas between St. Charles and Elmira, moving towards the northeast and crossing over 33. We have multiple tornado warnings ongoing. This one coming up on Holly Grove. This is strong rotation here, moving up towards Duncan. And there's a new scan. There's some good news. I don't see it as put together as it was. It could be cycling. I still see some evidence of debris. Let's look over. You can kind of follow that debris signature back there. Now let's go forward. Looks like if there's a debris signature, this is it right in here, moving up towards Duncan. So let's go ahead and act as if that is on the ground. All right, let's go back out and go back up this line.
There appears to be some debris with that storm just went through west of DeWitt. Go back and, well.
Okay, I'm going back right now, DeWitt.
Okay, looks like there might have been a debris signature there with the storm that just passed to the west of DeWitt. Let's look at debris right
here.
there. Did we have a brief touchdown maybe?
All right.
There might be debris on that just went through just to the west of DeWitt. It looks like it's going to probably stay mostly south of Elmira. It's crossing over Highway 33 right now. Again, let's get a track on that really quickly. We need to do some storm tracks on this because we have several storms there. That one there may have produced a tornado just west of DeWitt. Olena, 617, Kittlers, Emmanuel, Crockett's Bluff, safe place now, Lawrenceville, Deep Elm, Holly Grove, and BB Junction. Again, that storm a little bit farther north near Duncan right now, we believe may have a tornado with it. Todd, I think has that rotation weakened a little bit there?
It did in that latest scan, and I couldn't see a debris signature with that at the moment. But so I want to concentrate on that storm, but especially on the ones, and look at this northeast. This is the one Zach's on. Again, no, I got to move that over for you. North of Augusta does not look as put together as it did, but that's going up Highway 33. Also, look at this. That's another tornado warning moving towards Wynn, a possible tornado. That's outside of our viewing area, but if you know anybody in Wynn, take your tornado precautions. This storm coming up on Clarendon, on the south side of Clarendon, does not look as strong as it did. Still tornado warned. Take your tornado precautions. Joel, correct me if you see something else, but I think this is it right now as far as the confirmed one that we are pretty sure is putting down something coming up again on Elmira. Already reports of a tornado there earlier. Lodge's Corner report of a tornado there as well. Jesse Hayes has a stream up, by the way. And there may be that right. See how tiny that is? Is that a debris signature right there?
That's what I saw earlier. I think it may have been.
Yeah,
I think it may have been.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Let's see if that matches up with the velocities, and it sort of does, but it's coming up on 130 and moving towards the northeast, and it's just missing DeWitt by about 2 or 3 miles to the northwest. Stay sheltered, DeWitt. It's moving up in your direction. Now, which one? This one looks pretty ominous. This feed. Who's that, Christopher?
That one is Jesse Hayes, and he is located right now just to the next of, or just toward the northwest of Blackton, on there along Highway, or US Highway 79, about to be crossing US 49 as well. So that intersection there between, just near Blackton from 79 and 49. And that is his stream up there on top. And in the middle stream, we've got Zach Hardcastle.
Okay. Show me where on Storm Analyst exactly where that is, because that's a definite lowering there.
So he's, or Jesse Hayes is right here along 79, and that lowering is right over in this direction, that camera looking this way, and we can see a bit of rotation there.
Right in there. So that's what you're looking at there, and it's hard to see. Can we take that full, and let's see what he's got coming up on Blackton. There's a new scan there of the velocities.
Let's go to,
that just looks to me like a lowering a wall cloud. I don't see a tornado, but that doesn't mean what isn't happening, because the condensation funnel may not have formed. But that is still potentially on the ground, but I don't see anything based on that. And looking at it too on the velocity signature, it's not as strong as it was, but it could reorganize and put down another tornado. Stay sheltered, Smale and Blackton over there in Monroe County, in those locations of Monroe County. All right. Thank you very much, Christopher. Let's go back to Max 1 and go back into DeWitt, because this is, again, a tornado that is most likely on the ground. I don't see a confirmed debris signature with this any longer, but that doesn't mean it's not producing something. It's a very strong area of rotation to the southeast of Elmira, moving towards the northeast. There's Highway 33. So that's moving towards the northeast. These are moving probably between 40 and at least 40, but most probably closer to 50 miles per hour. So on its current track, it's going to be going to southern Monroe County as it leaves Arkansas County and eventually out of our viewing area. But that is, I think that's the storm right now that poses the most immediate threat in our viewing area. I also want to look at this one coming up on Weldon going into Jackson County. There still seems to be some rotation, and I'm not quite sure. That's Zach Hardcastle who's been following that in the middle box. So that one does not look as organized as it was, but still tornado warned. So if you're watching us from southern Jackson County, take your tornado precautions immediately as that moves towards the north and the east. All right, Wynn, this does not look good. I know this is not in our viewing area, but Cherry Valley, that's significant rotation. It's going to pass between Cherry Valley and Wynn and Cross County as that moves into far eastern Arkansas and will be affecting the West Memphis area. All right, do you have any, I'm getting thrown at so many pictures of, oh my goodness. Christopher, did you see that? Scott Hollinger just sent massive stovepipe to, we got pictures of this tornado. It's not good, folks. This
Got it. Yeah.
that's the Elmira one, right?
Yes. I
Yeah.
believe it's
So
in
go ahead and get that into the system if you don't mind. But that one is the one, Joel, in our viewing area that I think is the one of immediate danger. And I think it's going to stay just to the south of Clarendon, down here in Arkansas County, but move into southern Monroe County, get right over there towards the White River and cross over and move up towards the northeast. So we're working, but that is a confirmed tornado just moments ago. If we have Scott's feed, I don't know where that is.
Scott is at the moment. I think he lost cell service.
Okay, yeah, I imagine. All right, that's okay. We know what's happening. So this tornado warning will be extended. I can't imagine them not extending it. I don't see a debris signature on that, but it's moved up and it's crossing over 153. There's two storms. It's like there's a little boundary in that area that these are all following right now. But this is 153. That's the rotation east of Elmira, and it's moving towards the northeast into Monroe County. For central Arkansas, many of you wondering here in Little Rock, I think we have a flash flood warning in effect, and the severe threat is lowering in the Little Rock metro area, and this is all eastern Arkansas. So northern areas of Woodruff County, let's go back into this one, northern areas of Woodruff County. The rotation with this, while still somewhat present, does not look as put together as it did. Stay in your safe place. And the one in northern Jackson County does not look as strong as it once did. So let's concentrate on this one cell that's coming out of DeWitt and Elmira. All right, just got new information here. Tornado hit Elmira. A friend of mine has a brother there, said the tornado did hit and the town is out surveying the damage. So he's saying that they are okay, but Elmira has been hit by a tornado. And new tornado warning has just been issued, and I've got a feeling it's for this one. It is southern areas of Monroe County, and that'll be moving out of the area. But this, again, is a tornado that has been confirmed on the ground. Do not know if it's still on the ground, but let's go ahead and play it cautiously as if it is still and doing damage, because it has a history of producing tornadoes, as this is in that PDS tornado watch area, particularly dangerous situation. We know that it gets very intense in these situations, and I know you get very, very scared as well. I understand the anxiety with this, but the latest scan right now is good news.
Todd?
That does not look as strong. Hasty Loop, right there, there's Hasty Loop, and that's what's left of it. There's Everett. I'm not saying it's over, but I like the trend that I see on the Doppler radar. So it's crossing over 33. Again, it has produced a tornado. Do you just go ahead? Let's go to meteorologist Christopher Pipkin, because we have new pictures, stunning pictures of that tornado. Go ahead, Christopher.
That's right, Todd. I've got it up on Max 3, and this is coming from Scott Hollinger, and this was the Elmira storm, the tornado that has went through that area. There it is right there, Todd, and you can see just that debris at the bottom right there. Working to get more photos in of this, but we'll be updating you as I do get more of those in. But just showing you that this did touch the ground. We did have a debris signature on the ground and or just around that tornado. And again, this is from Scott Hollinger from the Elmira tornado that just passed through there a few moments ago, Todd.
All right, and this was earlier, the tornado near Elmira too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a different one. That was near Elmira earlier. So they've been hit by at least 2 tornadoes here. That one that you just saw from Scott, and I'm not quite sure if they're the same one. I know the area's had 2 tornadoes. So that is, he said 200 yards wide is what his estimate of when he saw that. Let's go into Carlisle. There's high winds moving in, severe thunderstorm warning in effect, no rotation. All of this is happening in front of that main line. And I think we've had at least 2 or 3 tornadoes just within the past hour or so. I like the trend right now because it does not look as intense as it did. But again, take your tornado precautions. Lowest level, put as many walls between you and the outside lowest level. So take those tornado precautions if you're under a tornado warning, which is the case right now in southern areas of Monroe County. We got somebody on the phone. Scott, are you there? Okay, let's get Scott. I know it's a chaotic situation, but we'll work on getting him back on that feed that Scott has. Is that the upper left one?
Yes, that's
Scott, and then that's Zach's right there.
Yes, and actually I believe this upper left one is actually Jesse Hayes.
Which one?
This upper left one here.
Okay, that is Jesse's?
That's Jesse, yes sir.
Okay, and so he's up on that storm too, right here.
Yes. Yep,
So he's looking at it right now. Let's take that full, and that's Jesse Hayes.
Yes.
So if we could take that one full, I'm not quite sure where the source is, but that's where
traffic camera there.
Traffic,
there
okay.
it is. Oh, and his stream. I don't know, there's the cell center's a little bit.
I don't see anything in contact with the ground, but you're looking at it live with Jesse Hayes out there, and I'm not quite sure if he's in the Arkansas County area or in the Monroe County vicinity. There's a new update, by the way, on the radar. Let's see if he's got anything. Let me step out of the way. All right, do you guys see? I don't see anything on there. I'll just go ahead and I'm going to call Jesse here. And do we have him on the phone? Okay, there's something there. Whose feed is that? Jesse, are you there? You're live on the air?
It's very ragged. Yeah, that's ragged now.
Okay, whose feed is this? Okay, Jesse, is that a tornado off in the distance?
It's rapidly rising scud. We've got a pretty rapidly rotating wall cloud now right in front of the stream, moving, it looks like, just over the interstate north of my location. So,
all right, so we're looking at your feed right now, and we got you looking towards the north, towards I-40, and that does look like a lowering there, obviously, but you're saying it could be scud?
Yeah, look at the right-hand side of that lowering, Todd, where there's a lot of rising scud moving up into the base of the storm. I'm just kind of watching this particular area. There's a little bit of rotation with it, and it looked for a moment like it might put one down.
Boy, it does right now. I tell you, it looks like an honest-to-goodness funnel cloud from our vantage point. Can you zoom in just a little bit? I don't know if you have that ability to zoom in.
No, but I'll send you some independent video. I've got another camera running.
Okay. So right now you're saying that you don't see anything on the ground.
No, there's nothing that I can see currently on the ground. It is probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles for me, kind of off in the distance, but just a pretty well-defined lowering, and it looked like for a moment there it was kind of getting its act together and trying to put one down, but still kind of watching this, it still looks pretty active.
Okay, thank you so much, Jesse. That's Jesse Hayes, and I think we have Scott Hollinger on the phone too, so let's go to Scott and his live feed. Where are you? What do you have?
Todd, I am, where are we? We are in Clarendon right now. Todd, hey, look, it's got another lowering again. We're following the wall cloud just went through. Todd, we just intercepted a massive stovepipe tornado. It was about 1/4 mile wide. When we pulled up on it, it was just briefly touching the ground up and down. And then 2 wall clouds, they formed into one. And if you actually look at our live stream, you can see a lowering right now on the original cell.
I don't think that's Scott's live stream. I think that's Zach's. So
yeah, we've got a lowering right now. But anyway, Todd, it put down a stovepipe. It come out of the woods, throwing complete full-blown trees up into the air and crossed the field in front of us at 200 yards. We had to stop traffic on the highway because people were just going to drive into it. We probably watched it for 5 or 6 minutes, Todd, and it crossed within 200 yards of us.
All right. So you said it was powerful enough to uproot trees?
Yes, it was throwing full-blown trees up into the air.
All right.
And now we are sitting in Clarendon, and we've got a second tornado warning storm that we're about to intercept here in probably another 10 or 15 minutes that's coming up behind it.
Okay, so Jesse's in position 2, by the way, and he has eyes on that, and he said that there may be a funnel. It's not in contact with the ground that he can tell, but it's moving towards the northeast. There's Holly Grove, and Scott's location is up here towards Clarendon, and he's looking down towards the south, and Jesse is in that position. So we got your live feed up. What are we looking at right now on that live feed, that lowering?
Excuse me, Todd. Okay, I'm looking up. Hold up, buddy. I can see the storm to my south now, Todd. I can see the base. I can see a very low wall cut up in the distance on this storm that's coming through. It's headed toward Holly Grove. It just come out of DeWitt and Almer, or whatever that town is. But I can see a very low-hanging wall cloud. We're probably still 7 or 8 miles from it. I can't tell if it's on the ground, but we're going to move up here and get position for it.
Okay.
But that storm is definitely rotating, and that wall cloud is definitely low. I can see it off in the distance.
All right. Thank you so much, Scott. Let's go back to the radar, and I'm going to show you what's in these boxes here. Let's go back to the radar. This is Jesse Hayes. This is Zach Hardcastle, who's been up there towards Woodruff County. And this is Scott, who we just got off the phone with. There's one storm that is of note. Well, we got tons of storms, but it's this one that we're watching and have 2 storm chasers on moving into southern Monroe County. And that's the rotation. It may be trying to reorganize a little bit. I will also want to watch what's going on towards the north to keep these storms in check. There is a tornado warning in effect. This includes Augusta through Tupelo. I don't see on the radar any signs of strong rotation, but there's some east of Augusta, and that will be passing near or just south of Tupelo up there in Jackson County. The other storm is along Highway 49 northeast of Cotton Plant. There's Hunter, got a radar update. That's about to cross over the county line, and that will be out of our viewing area very shortly and moving up towards Wynn and Cross County, where they just had another tornado get near Cherry Valley. Let's go back into the storm here, which has been very well covered, and that's Zach up in northeast Arkansas. So the cell coverage, as you can imagine, is not all that great. Let's go over to meteorologist Christopher Pipkin with some new information on that.
Yeah, Todd, I was just got a picture in from that Elmira tornado. This is up on Max 3, and this is probably there it is right there. This is from not Scott Hollinger. This is actually from Hannah. Let me get that last name correct. But Hannah sent this in. This is Hannah Garrison from the Elmira area, and it shows again that tornado making it to the ground, but one of the most clearest pictures we've had sent in to us so far, Todd. Again, this is by Hannah Garrison in Elmira, and I believe we've got Joel Young here with some more information as well. Joel?
Yeah, I'm going to put a track on that storm here, crossing over the White River now, coming out of Arkansas into Monroe County right now. So again, crossing out of Arkansas County into Monroe County. This is taking a similar path with the storm that moved through just ahead of it. Deep Elm, Holly Grove, BB Junction, Blackton. You need to be in your safe place, lowest floor away from windows. Monroe, Buckhorn, Garrett Grove, and Morrow all in the line of that storm. So it's crossing over the White River right there, crossing out of Arkansas County into Monroe County, and we'll be pushing toward the Blackton area here soon. So that is the one storm that we're tracking there, and I want to get storm tracks on these other storms. Again, this is another tornado warned storm. It's crossing out of Woodruff County now, getting into Cross County. We'll put a track on that storm there as it approaches Wynn. And call your friends and family if they live over there into Cross County. Barson, Ellis Chapel, and by the way, there's a new tornado warning that's just covered up my list here, but you can see Ellis Chapel, Langill, Fitzgerald Crossing, Wynn, Fairfield, and then Levisque and Cherry Valley. Let's see where that new tornado warned storm is there, Todd. I believe that may be northern sections of Prairie County. Is that what that is? Is that the new tornado warned storm there that we have for Desark?
Don't have that just yet. Nope, it is for, yes, Northern Prairie and Northern Lonoke County, Northeastern Lonoke County. There's the potential north of Carlisle moving towards Desark. So there is at least, they see something. I don't see anything on radar right now.
It doesn't look that intense,
no,
but it maybe it's tightening up a little bit right there on the county line as it crosses out of Lonoke County northeast of Carlisle.
Yeah, they see something happening that maybe is trying to get down to the ground. That's why that was just issued.
I want to get another storm track really quick on this storm that's just southeast of Fitzhugh because again, there's so many tornado warnings. It's going to be tough to get to all of these in the amount of time we'd like to. We want to make sure we cover as many of them as we can, but that's a tornado warned storm, possibly a tornado there near Tupelo, Arkansas there at 636, Beattyville at 643, Algoa at 646, Bouch at 649, and Fisher 651. Fisher, you've been that area has been hit hard. We had a tornado there Sunday night, and here we are again now, another storm there approaching that area. Northern Jackson County looks much better, but it does look like that storm is strengthening as it approaches Jonesboro. If you have family and friends, maybe up around Arkansas State, that is that is some strong rotation there to the north and to the west of Jonesboro. I'm going to put a track on that. It may stay north and west of Jonesboro, but Bono in the line of that storm, Jonesboro, Herndon, Laredo, Brookland, Etna, and Tunis. But again, there are several storms there, and we're going to get a track on this storm here. By the way, Todd, that looks more ominous from the Memphis radar, I believe. We're looking a little higher up from that, but the one that the new tornado warned storm for northern Prairie County looks more ominous from the Memphis radar site.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let's do this for now, Joel. You stay on that storm, and I'm going to take the Arkansas County storm.
Okay, sounds good.
So I think that we'll just divvy it up that way. And that's just the way things have to do. It's not that we're ignoring other storms. We're not. But just yell at me. The Zach Hardcastle had something developing there just a little while ago, but nothing confirmed out of that. But the one that's heading into Monroe County still has some rotation. In fact, I see a couple areas of potential rotation, and I want everyone in Clarendon to know that this is staying southeast of town, but I see two potential areas of rotation in here moving towards the northeast, and that will likely cross over and out of our viewing area very soon. But that is one tornado warned storm, and I don't see any debris on that, but it did produce a tornado, as we've been showing you pictures and video of that. So the other, I'm going to send it over to, okay, this is not good either. Near Tupelo, this seems to be wrapping up a little bit. And that's the one Zach Hardcastle's on, am I right? Zach's on this one? Moving up towards Beattyville? Okay, so that's the one Zach is on, and that's the middle stream. So there's a potential tornado trying to develop south of Tupelo, or redevelop, because it wasn't looking all that impressive on radar not long ago. Okay, on debris mode, and then we're going to go over to Joel with the other one. I don't see anything on debris that coincides with that location. Do you?
I thought there for a second I might, and I wanted your opinion on it.
It's very tough to tell right now, but I think we have meteorologist Christopher Pipkin, but after that I want Joel to track that one coming out of Lonoke County to Prairie County. Go ahead, Christopher.
And Todd, I just want to show you on the storm analyst real fast. This is on the storm that's over just near Jonesboro, but this looks to be a very, very strong, maybe even a violent tornado that's on the ground right there near the Jonesboro area. There we go. Right there into Lake City. You can see it is maxed out. And this is looking out of the Memphis radar just to the southeast of Jonesboro, Todd.
Alerting us to that because I know we have interests up there in Craighead County. That looks like a devastating tornado. Our prayers are with everybody up there. That you never want it. Can we just look at the CCs on that, the debris? There it is. I mean, that's. Can you pop?
That's
awful. That's it right there. Lake City.
Approaching Lake City now. Yeah. If you have family and friends in Lake City, Manila, that area, it's going to be.
Yeah,
moving right over Lake City.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt there's a tornado there.
I do want you to look again at Tupelo. I think that we might have a signature on that still. Looking from the Memphis radar, the Tupelo storm, if you look over here where I'm at, right here on the Woodruff-Jackson County line, so northern Woodruff County to the north and east of Fitzhugh, that appears to be a tornado on the ground. Would you agree with that, Todd, just looking at it from the Memphis radar site?
I'm wondering which one is closer, and it may be closer to Memphis now. So,
but it would be looking high up from there.
Yeah, it would be.
So if it's wafting debris that high,
that's a very significant tornado.
That would be a significant tornado for sure.
And that's the one coming up on Beattyville.
Yes.
And yeah, I see what you're looking at here. There's Tupelo, and that may be
that is
a
definitely
tornado.
That looks like a debris signature.
It certainly does. So let's go ahead and just act as if this is confirmed and on the ground.
Let's get a storm track on that here real quickly. Again, that storm right over Tupelo right now. That's eventually going to work its way up into Poinsett County. But 642, Weldon, you need to be in the lowest floor, away from windows, in a room that's surrounded by other rooms. Beattyville 646, Algoa 648, Bout at 652. Forgive me if I'm saying these town names wrong. Fisher 655, Waldenburg 659, and Wiener at 703 there. So again, that now appears to be a tornado on the ground in southern Jackson County there near Tupelo, moving toward the north and east. Beattyville, I'm going to get some street names here. Hatchet Bottoms Road, County Road 139, County Road 166. That rotation there near Hatchet Bottoms Road, moving toward the northeast and eventually working its way up into Poinsett County. And Todd, it appears right now we have a brand new tornado warning we need to get to. I'm going to see where that is.
Prairie White, Lone Oak. Prairie White, Lone Oak.
Is that the new one?
That's what it's saying. Yeah, Prairie White.
No, that's a new one. I think that one's the one down in southwest Arkansas for Nevada, northern Lafayette, and northwestern Columbia County down in southwest Arkansas. There's some more.
Okay, well, I just see now.
Those are outside of our coverage area right now, but I think that's what the one it was pinning.
Okay.
But we still need to watch this one down around the Tupelo area. That one.
Right. So this is a tornado warning for Jackson and Woodruff that just came in. Did you see that new tornado warning there?
I see there was another one.
There's so many polygons right now. They're overlapping.
Yeah.
It gets to be a sort of a mess. So let's instead of paying so much attention to the polygons, let's pay attention to the circulation. So the one that we've been following near Tupelo, moving towards the northeast, that most likely has a tornado with it. For Jackson County, towards the north, that looks like a potential tornado south of Grubbs, heading over there towards Wiener, up there in northeast Arkansas. And this storm here, I don't see the rotation.
Yeah, I've been looking at that. I see a couple of areas of a little bit of rotation, but nothing nearly as pronounced as some of the other signatures we've seen this evening.
So Carlisle and Des Arc, Cotton Plant, Georgetown and southern White County, stay sheltered. Take your tornado precautions. Stay sheltered with that. And the other tornado warned storm is this one in southern Monroe County that we've been following. And if we have any, I'm just looking off camera. This is Jesse in the bottom left. I'm assuming that's what you were telling me. So let's go over to Christopher Pipkin. Let's take that one full right now. Go ahead, Christopher.
Yeah, Todd, I'm looking at that one. This is Jesse Hayes, and he is over there, located right there near the Holly or Blackton, right there. Him and Scott are actually right in that area. So they are looking out on that storm. Looks like maybe even a wall cloud coming out of that. I also wanted to show you on on Radar Analyst, on the Radar Analyst tool here. We've got that one over there towards Tupelo on the rotation tracker as well.
We see what he's talking about. Max 1.
And while they're getting that pulled up, again, this is the one that's over towards Tupelo. It looked like it was 2 rotations, and then now it is conjoined into 1 rotation headed towards Beattyville, into the northeast of that area. So again, this is just between Tupelo. To kind of sum up all these rotations, this is the one that our storm chasers Jesse Hayes and Scott Hollinger are on. And if you look towards the bottom, towards the bottom left of the screen, that is Jesse Hayes' live stream. He is on right there. We've also got that rotation that's over here. Zach Hardcastle, he is to the east of that rotation towards Tupelo, trying to intercept that as well. That rotation that just crossed over towards Cross County as well. And then also, again, this one here towards Tupelo. I'm going to turn on the debris signature analyst, not seeing anything on that either. And continue to watch that though, Todd. There's a look there on the storm analyst tool.
Okay, thank you, Christopher. I want to get to this one down here. I've got Jesse Hayes on the phone. Go ahead, Jesse. We've got you on the air. What do you see? And let's take his stream live full. This one down here in the bottom left. I'll get out of the way. Take that full. Go ahead, Jesse. What do you have?
Hey, Todd, I'm sitting about right at 5.5 miles just northeast of that center of circulation. Just again, see a pretty well-defined lowering, and just kind of waiting until this storm comes to me here on the highway. So I should have a lot better view. Nothing visibly on the ground right now, but definitely a lot of rising scud. Got a big broad area rotation with the storm too. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Jesse. And that was Jesse. We just got him on the phone there.
Todd, I'm looking at the storm here in northern Prairie County. I don't see significant rotation on this there in northern Prairie County, but let's get a track on it just